Go ahead with questions whenever you guys are ready for Coach.
Hey, Coach, it's Trevor Groves with CUTigers.com. 7 sacks today. I think you had 3 in the first 2 series. How important was it for y'all to be able to disrupt the backfield and force Hartman out of his comfort zone?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to affect the quarterback. We were able to get a lot of pushback, and guys were winning one-on-one. And, we want to start faster, very rhythmic offense. Had great success. And like anything, you go on the road, you're playing in a hostile environment, and you make them uncomfortable early. That affects them to some degree. We still made some plays, but you got to believe that, that fueled us, certainly as a unit and certainly as a team. And got the crowd. We talked a lot about getting the crowd something to cheer about, getting them excited, bringing the intensity, the emotion, the passion, who we are as from a home field advantage. Man, they were awesome today. Really affected. Yeah, I don't know how many false starts they had, but they had a bunch of those, and it's very hard, for them to communicate. And our players feed off that energy. So starting fast was huge, and the guys ran. They were terrific. Sometimes it was our guys went in bringing extra hats, and then other times we had good coverage and make it hold the ball a little bit longer. So at times we really did a great job of complimenting each other up front and in the back end.
Brent, this is Larry. Did you feel going in that this was a good matchup for you guys, just given what we saw, like the physical superiority you talked about, and also just all the pressures that
you feel good, but that's the most complete group of receivers they've had. And again, they're averaging over 50 points a game the last, I believe, 5 or 6 games. And so they're very, again, that football is a rhythmic game as well. We knew we'd be in some strain, some stressful situations. There'd be some strain. They put you in a lot of conflict. And we felt that conflict. They made some plays. This game will push back on you, and we'll punish you for the slightest mistake. So we really talked about, be physical, but be aggressive in your schemes, but you got to play with great precision. And this team really forces you to match with precision and your fundamentals and technique. And we started really well that way. We played in a lot of spots that way very well. Some plays, some drives, some calls that you'd like to have back. We earned some really good calls a few times, and we did not execute well. We were not as precise as we had one time. We were third and medium, and we were going to bracket a guy, and we got the guy sitting for the inside, and the guy that's supposed to be on the outside, we just completely blew it. And so whether that's the moment or whatnot, who knows? But we really, I'll be honest, there's a lot that I love. We won the game, but we did not play our best at times. And to me, we gave away some opportunities. The 1-3rd and goal, and we're in a little zone coverage. And then we talked a lot this week about matching the guys within your zone. Quarterback's going to extend plays. Receivers do better than anybody we've played at competing and fighting for the ball, coming back for it, getting open. And we did a very poor job of that in the end zone there. We're getting ready to hit him, and we leave the guy wide open, on the little corner route that we covered initially, and just didn't do a good job of matching it. And so a lot of learning opportunities there. There's like countless times to me that I felt like we let them off the hook. They're a great team, and they're hard to defend, but we're in some, and I don't say it much, but there's some times we're in some very, very good calls. We just got to do a better job of the execution of it. One time we fall down on a 3rd and 3. We got, he's holding on to the ball. They were hitting him on another time on 3rd and 2 or 3. And we let him off the hook a number of times. It didn't have to get interesting, is my point. And we're right there. And some of it, some youth, and then some other times you just got to be more precise. And I think one time we had a DB playing the backside receiver, just kind of slip and fall, and the guy gets open, and again they're able to extend drives and get points and stuff like that. So we got a lot to get better at. Man, I'm so proud of our guys. Their fight, and again at the end of the day, we played well enough to really again not let the game be in doubt here all the way to the end. So beat the 10th ranked team at home, high scoring team that's playing really, really good football here the back half of whatever the whole year. They're the hottest team, in the conference. So proud of our guys.
Hey, coaches.
Coach,
Go ahead, Trevor. Go ahead.
Wake Forest really likes to make its a living throwing those deep balls to those big wide receivers. They get a lot of pass interference calls on the jump balls. Series Mario had that PBU. There was some contact there, but the ref let it go. How important was it that the referees were letting them play and letting that contact go for you?
Let the contact go both ways. Absolutely.
Right.
That's they're going to throw the back shoulder balls. The guys extending and holding you off. That's what they do. And if that's going both ways, that's the way they let the game be played. And so it's big, call the game how they need to call it. And I thought it was the right call or no call. And so they do make a lot of plays. They're really good at going to get the ball. And again, they put you're in option defense. Even sometimes maybe we're in cover two a number of times, and they work back and get open, coming back for the ball. That's discouraging. But Mario's behalf on that first third down, that was really good by him. Really good, excellent drill work and fundamentals showing up.
Hey, Coach, this is Chris Idell from Hartman from Radio and Baltimore Class Relations on the win. You controlled the running game today against Wake Forest. They had a good running back. I know they had a freshman running back today, but what do you guys got to do to continue that week with South Carolina? They have a very good offense as well.
Yeah, they're deep at running back. They're really good. And, the thing that Wake does, they make it really hard to get the quarterback run game involved. And, they can get the extra hat and they ride the slow mesh, and then he can keep it and follow the back. There's a lot going on there that may or not meet the naked eye and put a lot of stress on you. I know South Carolina, they're deep at running back. They're really good. Got big, strong dudes. They got speed, and then they got some guys in space that are very explosive and home run hitters. And we were talking, after our game with our guys that there's a few positions on the team. I know they got that really good receiver, number 6, and we've got good tight ends, and then the running backs might be the strength of their offense. Really good depth there and some real playmakers.
Brent, you got Trenton Simpson on one play. He's wreaking havoc in the backfield and getting a sack, and on the next, he's on the back end playing safety. Is he kind of blossoming as the versatile threat that you thought he could be?
Yeah, and then there's so much more to want to do as well to utilize his skill set. And he's proud of him, because there's a learning curve there, and he's been awesome. He's gotten better as the year's gone on, and that's what you want for all your players. He's been a terrific leader and just very dynamic, and some of the things he could do, just trying to within the confines of what we do, find ways to in position to utilize his skill set to fit in with everybody else's. He's really proud of him.
Coach Trevor, again, how cool was it for Skalski on his super senior day, last home game in Death Valley, to come up with that big sack and kind of set the tone right off the bat?
Yeah, it's awesome. Jamie's made a ton of huge plays for us, home and away, and senior day here in the Valley, man, so special. And he's meant so much to us, our locker room and our defense, and him and Balin, and all of our seniors. They've been just amazing. But Jamie, he's been real special. You got that dog that everybody loves when you watch him play. Plays with great passion, intensity, and toughness, and he's so smart. Makes very, very few mistakes. He just helps everything be fluid on our side of the ball. So that was huge. No surprise. He's going to play his best, when the back's against the wall. And his last opportunity, man, he's got an amazing, all of our seniors do, but amazing legacy.
We'll take one or two more for Coach V.
Brent, I think you've mentioned at times this season the desire to play complementary football Was your defense is producing that turnover right after the offense's turnover a good example of what you've been talking about?
No doubt. Yeah, today was a great day. Probably the best we've played as a football team. I think that goes without saying. That's what it looks like. And we've been close all year. What the offense has been able to do, despite all those guys down. Just I felt so bad for them. Just wounded, and that's a hard place to be, and then inexperienced, and so for them to be playing their best football at the end of the year, man, that's what it's about too, to watch guys get better and again, never give up and continue to believe. And today, man, we really did. That was a clinic on, complementary football for sure.
Last one for Coach. Okay, hearing none. Thank you very much,
All right,
Coach
thanks,
Venables.
guys.
This concludes
Happy
the debate.
Thanksgiving.
Coach.
Thank you very much.
All right.